Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you here joining us. Hopefully, everybody had themselves a really good weekend. Last week things didn't work out. We didn't have a show, of course, at the World Baseball Classic. It took everyone's attention. I don't know why. Who watches baseball? What's wrong with you? Anyway, but I had to watch it. I was forced to watch it. My family. I had to watch every damn game. It was so horrible.
For shame.
For shame, it was horrible. God, baseball is so mind-numbingly boring, dude. Oh my God.
Hi,
My
David.
my dad used to take us to see the baseball games, the Boston Red Sox and stuff, and I was, oh my God, I hated it. Anyway, I didn't even get a hot dog, GOP.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
My
I
parents.
thought you were watching it from home anyway, weren't you?
No, I live very close to Fenway Park, so we used to go all the time.
Well, no, for the baseball games this past weekend.
Yes, but yes, fair enough. I guess I could have been antisocial and just left them to it. But I'm a father and I have responsibilities, lady.
Oh, those darn responsibilities.
I know.
My dad never went to any of my games.
No, they didn't come to mine either. Yeah, it is what it is. I was definitely different. I certainly went to all my kids' activities, and it's part of the parents' responsibility. Mine didn't do it, but I kind of understand why it takes a certain intestinal fortitude because I went to my daughter's recitals. Whew, dude, hours of really bad music. And it's
Yeah.
especially offensive to me. My ear is very sensitive, you know. But I did my due diligence, Tower.
Hi, Chester, lady, Jarek.
What's up, buddy?
I've had a shit weekend, but
I know,
all
I've
about
heard.
that. You know about that.
You broke bones.
I didn't. Well, I'm not sure yet. The X-rays. I'm going to a orthopedic specialist tomorrow to get the the X-rays and all that. But it was a. I'm hoping, and at least what I know so far is it was a clean dislocation. But looking at the X-rays, there is minor. It looks like there might be a part of the shoulder blade that is fractured, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I'm just tired.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, as long as it isn't splintered, I mean, you can have cracks and they'll heal eventually. But you're lucky it was just the shoulder. The rib breaks are the worst, dude. They are the worst. They hurt a lot because the
Yeah,
problem is,
I
as a human, Tower, you breathe.
yeah, yeah, that's right. I mean, sometimes I wish I didn't, but other times it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
mean, they hooked me up on that oxygen, and I'm like, man, doc, this is some of the best air I've breathed in a long time.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then they shot me up with fentanyl.
There you. Oh, dead. Dead. We're speaking to a zombie. But I actually, because I have Erb's palsy in my left shoulder, left arm, and
Yeah,
from when I was born. But I played football from when I was a little tater all the way up through high school, right? And I was a defensive man, a linebacker, middle linebacker, and
really.
uh, and you know, I didn't really have much, as with most football players, we don't have much concern for our body. Yeah, but because of the palsy in my arm, I used to dislocate my left shoulder all the time, all
That
the
can't
time.
be good, Chester.
Oh
So
well,
Chester,
it's
tell me this
busted up
from
anyway, lady. Who cares? And the thing is, you never get used to it. Yeah. But what they would do was they used to our football games. The one of the coaches was basically the doctor, kind of, and he had like a big old heavy medical box. I think it was made for fishing. Yeah,
Tackle box.
yeah, tackle box. Yeah, but it basically just put it in my hand and just they let go, and the weight of it would relocate my arm. So
Yeah, I
really.
remember I broke my arm when I was a kid, and they were just like, Well, they gave me this whole long spiel of like all the stuff they could do, and it'd be like a long process, and like, or we can just pull it, and put it back in place,
Yeah, pull it.
and yep, and that's what they did, and that was I think it was the only time I ever broke a limb, but
Well,
yeah,
this is
I
not
learned.
breaking. This is dislocating. That's what he's talking about.
Oh no,
Dislocation.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like my arm was like the bones were just completely, not
Yeah.
connected.
They got to
That was
straighten
it
it
was.
up, get it back in shape.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. I know. I know.
Yep,
Yeah,
Um.
it's fun.
I'm just in a sling right now. So it
Yeah.
was Seachester. I was going from the train to the scissor lift, and the lift sat about 7 inches lower than the train did.
Uh huh.
So I was stepping down, and there was about a foot and a half gap. Now, by the books, the gap should only be about a foot, but the machine in GOP can contest to this. This machine is like the big talk in the yard right now because it is brand new.
Oh.
Like it had 100 engine hours when I turned it on that day.
Oh wow.
So I was, you don't want to be the first person to fuck it up. And yeah, I lost my footing, grabbed onto the train car, and down she went, and
Down she
she
went.
fell hard.
She did. Um. Yeah. No. It's you were just doing your job and probably not really super focused, right?
And not 100%, but I'm not going to tell them that.
Oh no, no, you shouldn't. But I know, I understand. We all understand. You're just kind of doing your thing, and you're not really focused. You're focused on your job, not the other things. Yeah, I get it. But it'll be all right. You'll get through it, no problem. Which is the point of my little story. I've done that, which you've done at least 100 times in my life, and it hurts like hell initially, but as soon as it goes back in, it's like it's like this instant relief. It's almost euphoric. But my point being is, you'll be good, dude. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks now, but it'll be behind you really quick. But anyway, we are here to play a game, so we probably should get into that. Glad to see you're so perky as you are, though. The Percocets aren't kicking in yet, I'm assuming.
Oh, I haven't taken any painkillers since they hit me with that Narcan in the hospital. So I've had
Okay.
no painkillers since Friday.
I do apologize, GOP, for that bad dad joke. I couldn't resist, though.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one yesterday on the Night Owl show, and I was like a little schoolgirl. I was so elated to get my dad joke in. I kind of twisted the conversation because we were talking about the Batman, which we're all very excited about what's happening with it, and I was able to bring the word brave into the conversation, and then I paused and I said, and bold.
Mm,
Mhm.
okay.
I was very happy. I was super happy, lady. Anyway, so I go ahead and I brought this up for you guys. Hi, Dave. How you doing? On? He says, game on. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to have to thread a little bit to get Tower in, but it's actually should be super easy. So let me go ahead and bring it up and let's get into it. So, of course, we're doing Cortex here, and our campaign setting is Umbral. And last we left off with our crew. Of course, many things have been happening, but mainly they were on a mission because Malak Vey, the Stygian Lord of Bator, has interacted with them over in London, and he wanted a parlay. So they've had a parlay with him, and it was decided that because he really thinks that he needs to find Merlin. He didn't use that name, but we'll use the modern pronunciation. And because Merlin could bring the champion, and they need the champion to deal with the actual archduke that's walking around the Middle East right now. So he's kind of turned, traitor, I guess the word would be, betrayer of the Stygians, because he realizes that Raul wants to literally eat the entire planet, and that's not good for anybody, right? Anyway, it was decided that they would go to the Vale, the Vale Sanctuary, or Vale Bastion, whatever we want to call it, the Vale lands of the Feyre, or the Ishi. But they wouldn't let him go, so he sent his consort, Lady Hez, with our team here, and they went in, of course, arriving at the Frerfin Vale initially, and then going on to the Summer Court. Whilst there, they found a very indifferent lord in Oberon, and of course his capricious queen, Titania, of course. But they were able to get to where they needed to go, and because Merlin is, they don't know. But the person who would know is in their custody in the dungeons, although she had kind of nice digs. Of course, the Morrigan herself, Lady Morgan Le Fay. So she has been, you don't know how long, you haven't asked questions yet. You don't know the entire situation, but she was introduced or heralded to you as Lady Faye, consort of Osmagog Theskilian, which, depending on what are the Umbral ratings here?
Umbral ratings?
Yeah, what is your skill level?
Oh, let me pull that up real quick. So I am. Umbral is at. Sorry, I just have the new setup. Occult is a D8.
Okay, occult. Oh, sorry, occult. And what are you at, Tower? What's your occult?
It should be a 12. Tower.
Tower.
Yeah, it's a D12.
Okay. I don't even need to ask, but lady, go ahead.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so the eights don't know. You know, because we're just had the conversation. I'm gonna let these guys go here because they need to actually take the reins for the next 30, 40 minutes, I'd say, because well, we'll see what they do. But the eights don't know, but you, being the incredibly well studied sage of occult lore that you are, Tower, you recognize the name of Osmagog Theskelion. He is a minor Ishi lord. And he used to be a big deal a long time ago, but not now. And most people don't even know who he is. And most people would call him Gog. And he had a brother, Magog. But that's not his real name. So you recognize who this person is. You don't understand how the Morrigan is even affiliated with him. You don't know any of that. But you recognize this is the Morrigan herself that's sitting in front of you, and you do recognize the name of Osmagog Theskilian. So just for a piece of information. But after talking to her, she does know where Merlin is, and she will not tell you because she, of course, she wants you to do shit for her because that's what they all do. She wants you to find her daughter, but she has no clue where she is, and that's where we left off. So you guys are sitting in the cell now. Keep in mind, this is an under dungeon area in the palace, and you went past a bunch of normal cells. Kind of think of Silence of the Lambs as you're walking by all the different cells of various imprisoned people. Hers was at the very end. It was actually, perpendicular to the hallway, and she has her own cell, and it's much more lush. There's a door, not bars. There's a place to live in here. So she's getting kind of special treatment. However, she is still a prisoner. But that's where we left it off. With her saying, "You please find my daughter, Bella LaFay." So now, GOP's in the room, ladies in the room. Tower's character was not in the room, was he?
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. That's okay. That's okay. So, hmm.
We don't know who it is, but it'll probably get
You
brought up in
don't know. So
conversation
when you come in the conversation, yeah, I was wrong with
yeah.
that. Sorry about that. But anyway, you guys are here, and we'll bring him in momentarily. He's actually en route. He's finished what he had to do, and he's en route to this. He's probably upstairs right now, actually. But you guys are down here, and you're with kind of a temporary helper, right?
hmm That was our one friend jumping in,
Right. And he was
Jake.
from the London office or something like that?
No, he was from our office, but he was part of like a different group, and they had all passed away, and so he had
Right,
just
right.
got back in the job.
Right, right. Okay, so he's in the room.
Oh,
Do you remember what his occult was?
no.
It wasn't quite that high,
It
so it's
wasn't
probably
it was it
yeah.
was the same as you?
I think it was right around ours.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So you guys don't know who the hell they're talking about, but you just had this very short conversation. You only been in the room for a few minutes, and she minced no words. She said, "Yeah, I know where Merlin is, but I need this first. So go."
Uh, well, first of all, any identifying marks, stuff like that. I go over like her full. Well, she gave me a locket with her picture in it,
She
right?
did, and I'm showing the
Okay.
locket right now.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Um, so how do you know she was taken prisoner?
She says that she when she was captured, that her daughter was with her, and she hasn't seen her since. She's inquired, and they said she was released on her own recognizance. She has spoken with friends, which she does get visitations. It sounds like, and she has gone missing. That's all she knows.
Okay. Is there anyone who you know who might be trying or might try and be interested in taking your daughter?
I have many enemies.
I get you.
Now, you might want. No, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you dig your own grave.
Cool. That's what I'm best at. Um, any other living relatives?
Beyond my husband, I have many, but none that would have any information, I'm sure.
Okay. Let's see.
Since
So,
you're talking to her, let me bring it back to her. So,
mhm. So she was released. Right. So now we have means of tracking magical things, don't we? Like like
to a
using an
point.
item. Yeah.
To a point, of course.
So if we took the locket back to the good doctor, what is his name? I have that in my older notes.
O'Shea.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
O'Hare.
Towers
Yeah.
O'Hare. Towers' character is equal
Just
in
capable.
occult understanding.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the doctor might have an item, but do you think Tower's character would be able to maybe get some sort of tracking magic?
Yeah, but would that help though? This is her locket. This is Lady
Uh,
Faye's locket.
do you have any personal belongings of your daughter?
Everything was taken from me beyond this.
So, do you think somebody here might have access to it?
She does not know.
Considering how we were treated when we first arrived, they
Yeah.
probably didn't allow her to come see her own mother.
Well, keep in mind you don't. That's fair, but you don't know much anything. You don't know anything, right? You guys are
Right.
sent in here looking for Merlin, not Lady Morgan Le Fay. You certainly weren't here sent looking for her, were you? You were here looking for
Right.
Merlin. No one knows. The only person that might know is her, because once again she said it, but I'll reiterate what Oberon himself said. Her husband, Merlin.
Or her
Now this
husband's
is
murder?
well, this is confusing you guys a little bit
Yeah.
because, well, not you, Tower. Your character would have a more clear understanding of what happened, but you're not in the room right now, Tower. But as far as you guys with the eight occults, your understanding isn't that different than the general mythology in this regard.
Mhm.
It's obscure, right? It's not something you would you guys aren't
Right.
Yeah.
specialized yet. You're just are solid occult understandings, right? So you don't really know anything.
That's true. There's one little piece of information I'm a bit confused on. You're the consort of this, oh my god, thespian guy. And,
She chuckles.
thank you. Um, but you're supposed to be, I'm assuming that, well, they were telling us you were married to Merlin. Uh,
He
you
is my
know,
husband.
so, so are they the same guy? Sorry, this isn't my field of expertise normally.
They are certainly not the same.
Polygamy. I gotcha.
She looks at you
Polygamy.
sideways. She says,
Okay.
a response. She says, she doesn't understand why it would matter. However, she was betrothed to Merzin long ago when she was a child. She married him as she was supposed to. He was infertile, producing no children whatsoever, and he felt that I should give child. So, in essence, what's the word? Loaned me to one of his allies.
Oh, he's Oh, okay. I gotcha. It's
And everything she said, there was venom on every intonation.
so you're not particularly thrilled. I take it with the arrangement. Can I do an insight check while we're talking, just so I have? All right.
He's gonna sweet talker. You know he is.
I know he is.
Right. Okay. Let me pull up
But he
my
should
notes.
remember he is speaking to the Morrigan.
That's true, but he's also
Isn't the consort of the demon lord with us?
She's being very quiet.
Oh,
all
she's
right.
not
So
saying
let's
that.
see, 12, D10, and
Matter of fact,
3d8.
lady, since you asked the question, because you're paying attention to that, neither one of them
Mhm.
have locked eyes at all. You find it odd.
All right.
The lady's gonna shine a laser
Oh,
pointer
I
and get
accidentally did
one.
a percentage one. Okay, well, it'd be a 4 then. My bad. All right, I'm gonna do a.
Oh, I even brought up the damn thing. I'm being an idiot. Hold on a second. Let me
It's
go.
okay.
I'm gonna
The
get
40 should be a 4. I had to reset all this, so I have like a. I have the
Yeah,
team.
he's on his computer today.
Yep. So I've got
Oh, right,
a
sorry.
14 with a D 12 effect.
Okay.
Uh, Let me
And you're
adjust
looking for
setting.
an insight on a 14. I would put it at an 11. So you succeeded. Let me go ahead and bring this over so everyone can see it, though. I'm being silly. All right. We got a lot of people in here. There's a lot of people.
I know. It keeps
I
adding
don't know how to
people.
edit it. Sorry.
No, I know how to do it, but well, it doesn't really matter. It's not hurting us. I need to clean it up at the end, though. But anyway, that is up there, and he made his roll, and it's all good. So let me bring back up my thing. All right, so you succeed in your insight roll.
All right. I'm just making sure she's not lying.
Oh, no, she's not lying at all. And I guess the word, if I want to use a singular word, would be disgruntled.
Look, if you want us to help you find your daughter, I mean, is there anyone that you think might know where she is, or might help us find something to go on to go get her?
I have
You
been
know,
in this cell for over 100 years.
that's a long time. So she's been missing all that time.
Yes.
Don't complain. It could be worse.
Now that brings up that pops in your head though, because let me ask this question. Let me step back for a second out of game. All right, lady, what do you know about the Arthurian tales?
Not as much as I should have.
So, well,
I
tell me
know
one
that
thing you know.
I. The one thing I know is actually her and Merlin were not lovers per se, but they were enemies. I thought.
Okay, what do you know? And I'm not asking Tower because his character knows everything.
Mhm.
With a D12, he knows everything. Because this isn't crazy level obscure. GOP, what do you know about the Arthurian tales?
It's been a long time since I read any of that. Let's see. So yeah, LaFay was kind of an antagonist of the story, if I recall correctly. Um, uh, Arthur was the hero, pulled the sword out of the stone, all that good stuff. I don't recall much of it, honestly.
Wow.
It's been a while. It's been a
I
while.
know
Wow.
that she was
I haven't
also
read it
his
since I was like a kid.
All right.
sister.
So.
Let
I
me
don't.
let
I
me
don't know the story at all.
Arthur's sister. So
well let me give you a very quick primer. First of all, this is happening in the early ADs, so not 100 years ago, like 1600 years ago, right? During Roman times. For one. Two, she and Merlin were lovers in the story.
Oh,
Um,
she's getting 50.
she is part of the Druidic order as he was. She's a fellow druid in the story. They were certainly became enemies, and she used her wiles to trick Arthur into having sex with her and giving her a child who she called Mordred, a boy, not a girl. And she went through all the magical stuff like the Achilles. If you know the Achilles story, the same thing. They mixed it, right? And she was the enemy, and in the end, Arthur died fighting his son Mordred in battle, but cleansing Camelot. So that's the general, understanding of it. It doesn't sound like any of that's true from
Mm,
what this few minutes you've been in here, and that I didn't go deeper into the story because this is what any human, European
yeah.
American would know, right?
I
So
didn't know this.
well, maybe you should read.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I didn't remember most of the story, anyways. But okay, so uh, yeah, I'll just kind of ask her about like, because my character would be curious about the differences of the legend and what's actually going on. So you just kind of inquire about that information.
Well, she's actually interested in hearing your question because she doesn't know what the hell you're talking about.
The whole Legend of Arthur thing. He's got the sword and whatnot.
Sword? Who's Arthur?
It was
I
the
don't know. You're the
champion
one.
of he was Merlin's champion.
The champion is not Arthur.
Well, then who is the champion?
She doesn't know. Whoever holds the sword, she thinks. She's not really sure.
Uh, well, just the stories I heard, Arthur was a champion, but
She never heard of any Arthur. But
mm,
she knows the sword has been used by many people. It's a sword. She explains that Excalibur is a sword that was created by Merlin and his lover Nimue, and that Nimue is a very powerful wizardress, and they created the sword to help protect the Draconov, the Holy Empire in Europe. It's over toward Transylvania. She uses the. She doesn't know that the things. She didn't use the word Transylvania. She uses the word Wallachia, and that the sword has been used by many people, and whoever holds the sword is the champion.
You're
Okay,
telling
so
me that you're a champion?
no, it's a magic item.
It's
It's
a magical item. Yeah.
yeah. So it basically
Dude.
grants power to the wielder. All right. Well, that's something new. Um, yeah, I'm drawing a blank with like where, because I still have no idea
Where to
where
start
to.
at looking for.
Yeah, I just need some sort of starting point. She doesn't have any items. I mean, I guess I can ask the jailers and see if there's any stuff that they still have of hers left around. Uh, maybe something that belonged to her daughter that got left behind.
I'm
Um,
probably out of line, but is there a reason why you two would not even look at each other?
They both divert their eyes even further.
um, you know, uh, any information could be helpful. We're just once again, we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. You know, so if you want us to be able to help your daughter, we got to be completely honest with each other.
Lady Head sucks it up, and she says that she and Lady Faye, or she doesn't call her Lady Faye, she calls her Morgan. Um, uh, we had dalliances in the past.
Mm, okay.
And you see that Lady Faye is about to speak, and she does speak, and she says, "Lit." And as she does, Lady Hez gives a very hard look at her, and she shuts up.
Look, I mean, it's not like we're going to be telling other people what's going on over here. Our job is just to try and help you guys accomplish your goals. You know.
Lady Hez says it has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, then we should ask her to leave the room.
Hmm?
You're not
Well,
there,
yeah,
unfortunately.
you
No,
aren't
we
here.
could really use you in the room actually right now.
Really,
Um,
because
GOP, you should go get me. You should go get me.
we don't
well,
know
Can I
you're
send,
here.
can I send him a text message asking him if he wants a burrito?
yeah, it would be really great. We are literally in the veil, sir.
Yeah, I don't think we
But
get service out here.
to help the situation, though,
Yes,
he
appreciate
he
it.
he has arrived upstairs and has been escorted down to his group. So, coming into the room um, uh, with the other three that are here, we have a very bulky fellow, and it's nice because he's actually old. But Tacitus Underwood enters the room, the old man.
Howdy there, y'all.
Now, Tacitus, how old's your character?
He's
Fuck.
over 200 years old.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
I
old, right?
forgot
Uh,
he stopped counting at 200.
Now, Tacitus here has been a member of the order for a couple centuries, or near to it. And when you walk in, it's been probably 120 years or so, Tacitus, since the last time you spoke to Morgan. So you've actually spoken to this lady before. You know exactly who she is. You know the enemy and the vile, evil, spiteful nature of this creature, and you were part of the team who you yourself didn't, but you were part of the team that were working toward shutting her down and her goddamn rebellion, and eventually captured her. And through all the political nonsense, she ended up getting turned over to the elves. but you know exactly who this person is. And although you might have a little bit of pity for her because she was mistreated by the order itself, because keep in mind, Merlin is the founding member of the order, right? So finally, we have someone in here who knows exactly what's going on.
Great.
Um, so you know who Merlin is. You know he's a shit too, right? You know he's a very aloof type of dude. Everything is practical to him. You know that she was one of his many consorts. She was just one. As a little kid, you know that she was attached to him because she had the right bloodline, and she was badly mistreated. You understand that aspect of it, but but there is a line, and she crossed it. She was making deals with demons, particularly the Stygians, and you're not happy to be standing in a room with frickin' Stygian, by the way. These other ones are younger and they don't understand the trouble the Stygians have caused. You do. And you find it very interesting when you walk into this room, by the way, because everyone else has been involved in this in London. We're all younger, right? You being an order member, because usually in the people in Dove, if they're the older ones, they're not on the mortal plane. They're somewhere else doing something else. But you're not. You're a, I don't know, what should we call you? A subcontractor with Dove. You're an order
A
member.
vagabond.
You're kind of wondering as you walk into this situation, as big and bulky as you are, looking at Lady LaFay and knowing all the stuff I just laid out, why the hell Lilith is in the fucking room? Because you
Well,
like
the first thing.
automatically want to go into combat mode, dude.
Okay, I look
Power,
at
go.
Lilith. Yes. Lilith, what are you doing here?
She looks over at you and she says, Underwood.
Yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out. But what are you doing here right now?
Trying to fix the situation. Do not make it worse.
Yeah, everything that you've ever done has made everything else worse.
Now, you other two
Uh,
are confused here.
mm-hmm.
Huh?
We are. We have no idea what's going on at all.
Let them continue. Go ahead, Tower.
Yeah, everything you've ever touched has crumbled into shit, and you make every other situation worse.
Raul is walking the earth. It is much worse for everybody. We must stop him, and you know that.
Yeah, but you haven't done much to fix the situation here, just sitting there.
We are trying.
Yeah, you've never been very good at trying very hard, now have you? Now, as for you, Morgan, how have you been all these years?
If looks could kill, yeah, she's just death staring at him. She says nothing. GOP or lady.
I mean, I would jump in, but I'm not sure what this has to do with like finding her daughter.
Well,
Unless
Underwood
she
doesn't
made a
even know
deal or
that's
something.
why he's here. He doesn't know. He just walked into the room.
I explain, like everyone just calm down. I explain the situation to Underwood of everything that's gone on so far.
You
know.
actually, you might want to explain that to the stream too, is just so I'm fully understand where we're at. I missed the last session, GOP.
Okay.
You missed the last 2 sessions.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. I basically explained that we got sent on a mission into London, and we ended up encountering some demons, some Stygians, and they wanted to parlay and make a deal with us to find. They wanted to basically go to this realm, this Fey realm that we're in, and find Merlin, basically.
Yeah.
Well, find his champion.
I'll show the
They need to
video.
speak with Merlin.
They're here looking for Ramdar's step, which is the talisman that you guys lost track of. and you were here looking because there was a lead for Sebastian Stone, who's the guy who fled seemingly to London with it. That's why they were here, and that had nothing to do with this at all. They
Yeah.
went and of course they talked to the London chief as you would in London, and they were put with this agent here, Tommy Taylor, who is Ishii himself. He's a pack member, and on the way to go to where the information, where he had popped up, a call came in, a desperate call for help, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we gotta diverge," and you guys ended up running into a full-on Stygian battle. And after the battle, Malak Vey stepped out and called parley, and he had Lady Hez, who she was introduced as his consort. But you haven't seen Malak; he's not here. But so you don't really know because you were just popped in. You were finished what you were doing. You popped in to go help, go back to your team, of course, and you don't even. He's explaining Lady Hez. He says it a couple times. You're like, "What the hell? That's Lilith." This is not Lady Hez. This is Lilith. You know exactly who she is. You've butted heads with her. No pun intended. No pun intended. Several times.
Mm.
So you know who she is. But they because they get into shit, and Vey asks for parley. He wants to help because the Archduke, Raoul, is a life-ending threat, and even demons don't want the end of all life, right? Even they don't want to go that far. And Malak Vey is basically is a turncoat, and he's come to try to find a solution. He believes that Merlin and Merlin's champion has the ability to defeat Raoul, and he needs to find Merlin. They sent you into the fairy lands to find him, and this has led us to where we are. You guys are in the summer court. You're talking to Oberon and Titania. Oberon mainly, because Titania is just capricious fool. But Oberon, again, he's the overall boss anyway, for obviously good reason. And they said they have no clue where Merlin is, but maybe his wife would, and that's why you're in here talking to Morgan Le Fay. Cool, caught up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know, you don't have any love for, even though, like I said, you probably have a little sympathy for her because she was mistreated as a child. Merlin's an ass. You know this. You've met him before, right? It's not like you're buddies with him, but he is one of the founders of your order. Who knows? When you were young, he might have been an idol of yours, for all you know, for all I know.
Mm.
But nevertheless, Lady Faye did step over the line and did some pretty evil shit, right? And of course, Lilith, she is had many names throughout time, but she is literally the mother of monsters. She's so much evil has come out of this woman, and she's ridiculously powerful. Matter of fact, because as GOP is explaining, Tower,
Yeah.
you know who Malak Vey is, and he is a Stygian lord, right? But he's nowhere near her level. She could vaporize him. Matter of fact, she could vaporize all of you. She's way beyond your level. Matter of fact, you might be wondering in your head, why isn't she just taking on Raul directly? Because she's kind of that level of power. And she's standing in a room quietly while you guys are talking to an imprisoned, you know, Umbral. It's weird.
Okay. So basically, she
Yeah.
could have defended herself. She didn't need us to escort her.
She didn't need you at all.
No.
Yeah.
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 All right. Cool. Well, this so we just invited like a super powerful entity here, basically.
Well, I have given you hints. You just didn't catch them.
Yeah. Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah.
when you walked into court, because the London people didn't know who she was.
Mhm.
They were all focused on Malik, right? Which was
Yeah.
probably her orchestration, right? Because only, because Lilith hasn't been in play in a very long time. Only people who are well studied or really old really know more than the simple stories about Lilith. But when she came to court last time, and you guys were standing in front of Oberon, I did say he looked over from the side of you and raised his eyebrow at Lady Hez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did
So
give
he
you a
knew.
hint that Oberon recognized her.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it didn't really give us any indication that she was something
No, and I didn't want
particularly
to. I
special.
wanted to keep it
Yeah,
subtle. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Tower, do you l- let everyone know about this information?
You know how bad it would be if I said no right now
Well,
for
no, I
you?
just I just
Yeah,
kind of gave the
yeah.
information between GOP talking and you talking. I was basically filling
Okay,
your
all
shoes.
right,
Yeah.
all right, that's
Yeah,
fine. As long as he
I get.
conveys that information to me.
Yeah,
Uh,
GOP knows everything.
Yeah. There you go.
okay, cool. So I look over at Lady Hez and I go, so why the whole cloak and dagger routine then?
How else was I going to get into the summer court?
I don't know. You're powerful enough. Maybe ask.
I
Oberon
don't.
is ridiculous level as well. I mean, to be
Oh,
honest, if you'll never do it, but if you could convince
Mm.
Oberon to step into the mortal realm, he could deal with Rao.
yeah, but he's like you said, very aloof.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Um.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot, because I'm still trying to figure out what this actually has to do with her kid, like how
Mm.
this can help us. Like, okay, I don't know. Do you, since you happen to be someone who's far more powerful than we had originally assumed, do you have any idea how we can maybe use some magic or something to try and find Lady LaFay's her kid? Or
If
you
I
know
could do
any?
that, I would have found Merlin myself.
True.
She does say that her first place she would start would be with her father, but she has no clue where he is. Because she wasn't expecting this situation. She was looking. She figured Oberon would know where Merlin is. Yeah, she during her excellent answer to your question, but uh, she doesn't know. She doesn't have the ability to track people. I mean, that's that kind of
Hmm.
magic. It's not so easy. You need literal body parts. You need DNA to cast those kind of
Yeah.
spells, right?
I asked Lady to look up anything she could find on the father. Like if there's anything, you know, any information we have on like maybe a place to start to go look to find him. Whatever realm he might be in
Now, who you talking
currently.
to here?
I'm talking to Lady and
Well,
trying.
now I don't know if we've done this before, but I don't think her device is going to work here.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Other than record the conversation, yeah.
Well, she
Well,
was
that's
able to
fine.
use it
Yeah, that's
before,
fine.
like so. It probably has like a built-in because it is an AI, so it probably has some sort of built-in database to it.
True.
You know.
And I do believe I don't know if she was using it in the Bastion, but that is in the Umbra. And the Umbra connects to everything. This is outside.
Yeah.
This is the veil.
This-
But yeah, no, I'll allow it. Go ahead. It has some kind of overriding ability to connect to the mortal realm. Let's say that.
Oh, okay. Wow. Way to go, Paul. Okay. Okay, Paul. By legendary Stannis, where should Merlin be?
That Paul is no way to know that. And that's not the question
Yeah,
you were
no.
asked anyway.
What am I asking?
Information. We need to find out where uh, the father of Bela is.
Osmagod Theskilion.
Osmagog Theskilion. All right.
Information.
Didn't want to miss.
Osmogod's location.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working on it.
Nothing. You do have information pop up about him, very, very little. Actually, Tower's character probably has more information than yours does. This is
Very
really
little
old.
information.
Yeah. Now, if you took time and dug deep, 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 took time, you would probably be able to find the same information. But a quick search, not much,
Right.
nothing useful. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I turn over to Tower's character and like, you know a lot about the magic stuff. Any idea where this guy might be?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Cool.
Can
You do know who he is, though. For a little more information in Tower, Osmagog is, literally the Gog of Agog and Magog, right? He is the Gog part of it, and as you can see here, Lady Faye is associated with that organization because it was not only two brothers, but it was also an organization. You know that they are Ishi, they are elves, a type of elf. And he was a pretty minor player, really, because the power of that house was really a long time ago. We're talking like Egyptian, Persian Empire time, right? The power of that house. And they're pretty minor. And the current Gog and Magog are, of course, nowhere near that old. But Osmagog was a lieutenant of Merlin's. So Osmagog is, or at least was, somehow affiliated with the order. You know that. But he was pretty minor. And you're not sure how she became a consort of his, really. Just
And
that
she's been in
Merlin,
prison.
but you guys know because she told you. She couldn't have
Well,
a
I
kid,
mean,
and Merlin wanted a kid, and he decided to have Osmagog impregnate her.
okay.
And not a
Uh,
bad choice because, damn, Bela's a looker, dude.
that worked out fine. All right. Well, if you guys don't know where he is, do you know anyone who might know where he is? I mean, once again, give me something to work with here. Just a trail I can follow.
Breadcrumbs.
You're talking to everyone involved. The only person who responds to that is Faye, and she says the only person that might have information, possibly, that she can think of, but has been, she's been out of play for a long time, right? Her information is very limited. But Seer Prin usually knows the answer to about anything.
Cool. That sounds like something we can go with. And where's the Seer Prin guy?
Everyone shrugs their shoulders.
Oh my god. Okay, who is the person in this long chain of people that you know who might know where the person I need to find the next person in the line?
Everyone, Tower's character, if I may speak for him, Lilith,
Okay.
and Lady Faye, all saying unanimously, and Jinx must be said Tower, Oberon.
Oh,
Oberon.
really
Great.
quick to counteract that jinx, I pull a Tootsie Roll out of my pocket and then convert it into a Coca-Cola and then
Sweet.
drink said Coca-Cola.
There you go. That always deals with the jinx.
It does. Okay. All right. So we need to talk to Oberon. He's the guy who's got the information we need. Awesome. That's a lead. That's something we can go on.
I
Poor
hope we find
GOP.
your daughters too.
I know. I'm just like, give me something, you know.
I give GOP a Tootsie Roll that I also turn into another Coca-Cola. So he can drink that to clear his head.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Oberon unless you guys have anything else to share.
As GOP's character stomps out of the room.
And
I'm following him.
I'm gonna go that way, but before I do, the girl who was abused, right?
Lady.
I also proceed to give her a Coca-Cola.
You really don't like her, though.
No, the one who abused. I mean,
he
I
does have
slightly
some
pity.
sympathy for her.
She's
Yeah.
getting a pity Coca-Cola, not nothing serious.
A pity Coca-Cola. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yes,
I'm gonna
really.
be walking with Lady Lilith. Or I mean, no, Lady
Wait.
Hez.
Smells it. She says, "Seltzer."
Are you
Okay.
giving her
I
some
grabbed that
classic?
bitch and I converted. I could take that bitch and I converted into a seltzer. Then.
No, she
Oh.
calls it a seltzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has seltzer in it.
Mm.
Yes.
That's what makes it
She
bubbly.
doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about modern world. She's
It's
literally
a
been in
modern
prison for a
drink with
century.
caffeine and
Oh,
seltzer in it.
be like, I could give her an 1880s Coca-Cola that still had crack in it.
I was just actually about to. Well, it wasn't crack. It was.
Anyway,
But
we leave her
Yeah.
behind, and our
Thank you.
little entourage of two Dove agents, an old order member, and the demon goddess herself, Lilith, walk back into the courtroom, of course, escorted by elven guards. And you find yourself back in front of Oberon, who seems to have the same damn look on his face.
Oh well, we meet again, Lord Oberon. I give him a little bow.
He nods
Um.
slightly.
Mm-hmm. I kind of.
Oh,
I
go
kind of
ahead.
ask him if he happens to know Bela, where she went, and if he doesn't know where she went, I'll kind of trace back the path and find the next person that he happens to know where they went.
Well,
So
the final bit of information you got was Seer Prin.
yeah, Seerprin was the last one on that chain. I was just gonna ask about everyone
see.
first to see if
He listens to what you say and he's like, "Why would I know?" Until he
I
gets to
don't.
Seer Prin. GOP.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know. You mentioned Seer Prin and he's like, "Oh, the Seer. It's been a while, but I know where he is."
Wonderful. Is there any way I can find this gentleman?
Sure, about an hour that way. He points in kind of a southeast direction.
Oh, he has a boat out there.
He has a tower.
Oh, well, that'll be easy to spot. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that I might need to know?
He doesn't like guests. He looks over at his wife, who is cavorting with a couple of rather handsome looking elven men on the side. And he says, "Dear, when's the last time you saw Prin?" She says, "Oh, it's been a couple of decades," as some handsome little elf is sucking on her neck.
Oh,
Well, thank you very much for the information, Your Highness. I do another little bow, and I guess we head out that way since that's what we got to go on.
You do. So that was frustrating. But what do you expect from the summer court? I mean, elves are freaking elves, dude.
That's true. Just give me something to go on.
Yeah, you got you and Lady particularly have had you just read about them. Tommy was the first elf you ever met, right? But all the little back chatter about elves while you guys are going through your decade of studies is true. They're
Yeah.
just annoying.
This
But
one,
but nevertheless, you
Mhm.
guys head back out. You leave, of course, no problem whatsoever. No one is in your way, and you come back into the edge of the veil. And the veil, of course, is used as a protective measure. One guard who leads you out to the front, and they're all very respectful of the guards. He does say that just stay on the path. After about 30 minutes, there's going to be a fork, right or left, take the right, and it leads right up to his tower.
All right. I write the notes down on my hand, even though it's very simple, but I
Right.
just do it anyways.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Lady, Max,
Yeah. Yes.
You did have a very you've been kind of sitting and watching, but you had an interesting little experience with that little talisman that was given to you by Malak Vey.
Uh-huh.
The Eye of Mimir, he called it. Are you going to
Right.
What are you going to do with
Still
that
looking
information, or what are you going to do with that talisman? It's still there. It still works.
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
gonna
still
share that with
looking.
us?
Yeah. Hey bro, do you know what? You don't look human in this thing.
Well, what are you talking about?
No, we look like demons in this thing. Here,
I
look at me.
I look through it and I put my arm underneath it.
Okay, you and Lady only. You guys, you don't look like Stygians, but you're something near looking of a Stygian. She looks, like a demon, but not quite the Stygian level. But it's closer to that certainly than a human. You put your hand under, it's all scaled and cracked. It's
I need
confusing.
lotion, don't I?
Underwood, it looks exactly the same. Lilith has it vibrates when it looks at her, but she looks the same.
I do a little and I spray an extra bit of my cologne. I'm like, that should do it. Um,
I clean it off and look at the way we're going. Look at the forest now around us. See if it's dangerous. I'm gonna be dangerous.
yeah, we'll probably be looking around as we go, but I'll look over at Lady Hez, aka Lilith, and I'll be like, so do you know anything about this? This seems a little odd to me. I didn't notice scales before.
She puts her hand out.
Oh yeah, just I'll let her look at the I mean they were the ones who gave us the device anyways, and I'll hand it to her.
She says, "Oh yes, the little trinket my consort gave." No, you notice my consort
Mm.
gave you,
Yeah.
and she looks through it. She's hands it back.
So I take it you do know what this is?
You are tethered, are you not?
We are indeed.
Yes.
This what that looks like?
You all look like that with the proper magic.
Hmm.
What does it mean? I don't really know, nor do I care.
Good point. Well, at least we know a little bit more than we did before. I guess we'll keep this in our back pocket for now.
I think I need to look at everything we come across, every creature we come across. I'll look at them first.
Fair
Then
enough.
Yeah,
determine what.
It was
wear
given
it
to
like
you. It is your possession, lady. Yeah.
wear it like a monocle.
You could, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
do it.
Or set it up on my phone where I can just look at my phone and see everything through it.
you could probably rig up something like that. It would take a little bit of work and the application of experience points. I'd say two to do that, but you could, and it's not a bad idea. That would make it easier, more functional for you. But you do kind of look at Lady at because you said you were looking at the area, the Vale here, this veil
Yeah.
world that you're in. And
Hmm.
it is beautiful. Like I said before, it is gorgeous and it's true. But everything through the eye of Mimir, it is a little more decayed, a little bit more dangerous.
I informed my group about this. So which way we gonna need to go?
You
Now we'll
guys are
just keep
heading.
following
Over
this
path.
path. Yep.
You
Um.
guys travel, and sure enough, 30 minutes later on the path you're taking. When you guys came in, you came in off of the left path, by the way. But for you, it was just kind of more of just a curved straight shot, so you didn't even pay attention to it. But you were
Okay.
told to go right, and you do. And you're traveling along, and by the information you're given, you're about 30 minutes away from the tower. The forest does break, and you come into kind of a hilly, mountainous area, and it's like beautiful green moor and stuff like that. But right as you're coming out of the forest, I need everyone to give me a notice
Percent.
check.
Yeah.
I believe this game calls it notice.
Yeah. It is.
Not very high. This is a well, they are, they are trying. Okay, so it's an 11. Tower, you're not on the dice side, by the way.
Oh no, it's a D8.
Jeez.
Yeah, but you're not here. Is my point.
Oh,
Okay, I got our D10, D8, D6.
what's the link? Can I get an? It's another one of these.
Let's see. I can get rid of the players. Just let me make sure that everyone. So we have me, we have Mink, Max, we have GOP, and Tower is not here yet. So I can. I'll just get rid of the ones that say player and the number.
Mm.
Okay, I'll just do that. Get rid of the ones that say player. All right. So kick.
I'm trying to find my shortcuts.
I got. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to kick this other GOP. Are you still here? Are
Yeah.
you still here? You're still here.
I'm still here.
I'll
the one
leave
that's-
Gareth and Jake just for just in case. Okay.
So yeah,
that
I've
cleans it
got.
up a bit. So yeah, I
I
see you
have
passed.
got.
I see you
Yeah,
passed. Lady
11 and yeah.
and Tower.
Yeah, I need a link to the dice roller guy
How do you not have a link, dude? I don't understand.
because it's like 3 weeks up.
Yeah, but you're
the
supposed to create an account and be
Just
professional.
bookmark it.
Oh, I'm not very professional. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sending him the.
Here, I just put it in the general. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Chester.
You
I'll
are
be set for
welcome.
this week. I'll be set for this week now.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's a D10. I don't want that.
Oh,
Oh shit! Didn't want that
that's
either.
not good.
Nice.
Fuck.
That's not right either.
Yeah, you need to roll your notice dice. That should be in your shortcuts.
It's a D8.
No, there should be 3 dice, at least,
Oh god damn it! It's yeah.
or maybe
I
4.
literally, you said do my. I got you. No, when you said notice, I literally just thought I was rolling my notice, like my actual notice. I got you. I'm retarded.
It's okay. Roll a little bit.
Okay. 12, 2 10s, and an 8.
Mhm. I'll be back in a second while he figures that out.
All
12,
right.
2 10s, and an 8. 1 12, 2 10s, 1 8. 12, 10, 10, 8. 10, 10, 8, 12. Give
Yes.
it all you need.
There you go. That's a good one. That is a 19 with a D10 effect. Excuse me.
I'm missing 1 8-sider is what I'm missing. I'll wait till Chester gets back, see what he wants to do. Or just roll 1 more sider.
Yeah, no, you definitely did it there.
All right, did we figure it out yet?
Yeah, no, he got like a 19 with like.
Sweet. And no ones for me. I picked up an 8-sider from Lady, right? Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. And I forgot to roll. I had an extra 8-sider to roll. Which was
okay, good. Then that's enough. So you're everybody's fine. Just kind of I was thinking while I was putting the water on boil. I just finished my I did like I teach Greek at the university now.
Cool.
And in amongst the just learning the vocabulary, learning the alphabet and grammar and all that kind of stuff, I've also been doing kind of a lecture series on Greek history from Agamemnon to Alexander, right? Is what I did. And I just did the Alexander piece here this week. And of course, I always bring up to the room questions after I'm done, right? And I actually had this kid, a Japanese kid, right? He basically, to kind of shorten it up, He thought he somehow confused Alexander and Napoleon.
Oh well, they were about around at the same time. So.
Only 2,000 years separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not that much.
No, not much. I was like, I didn't know how to take that. I think I was offended. Anyway, I'm sorry. All right. It just, such a weird thing. But nevertheless, everyone succeeds, and so no one is surprised. So this is going to all take place together. No one gets an ambush round on them. But let me bring it back here so you guys can see. I'm going to do a little bit of thing here. You guys are just coming out of the Frerafin Valley, and you notice movement, and you see various Ishi or elves running around.
Can I do a persuasion check?
No, yeah,
You.
we're still in action. They're moving,
Oh,
and
okay.
they've surrounded you. And as they do, you guys, of course, stop as these dangerous figures are moving around you. One walks out of the forest directly and comes toward you. And you guys can see she's the one in the center. These are all Ishi, standard Ishi. Now, keep in mind that Oberon and Titania didn't look quite like the other elves, right? They're a little more human looking, but those two are seriously ancient, right? But all the other elves you see are like this. They're kind of like satyr or fawn, is what they look like. They do have the elven ears, but they also have horns, right? Which is not the normal perception of elves, right? These are satyrs. So these are standard elves you're dealing with. They don't look happy or pleased. They're well armed, weapons out, and one of them walks toward you. GOP.
We're not here to cause anyone any trouble. We're just peacefully passing through. Can I at least do like a persuasion thing just so I'm see how
Yeah,
where
sure.
I'm at?
Just give me
Yeah.
let me give a response first. She says she doesn't introduce herself or anything like that. No, she does. Actually, she wouldn't introduce herself. She says, "My name is Callisto. We are here for the demon. Hand her over, and you may go in peace."
Well, you see, we had just spoken with Oberon, and he seemed to be okay with us traveling here. We're on a very important mission.
Tower, I need you to make an occult roll, challenge rating 15.
Oh shit. Okay, I got you, homie.
Okay, while you
One
get on
second.
that, I'm gonna go. My water is boiling. I'll be back in a second.
Ah, the fabled water boiling up to the.
The water of tea, not the water of life.
Woo! This is insane. 2d12, d10, 2d6.
If you don't
2d12,
do 15, I'm gonna kick your ass.
2d12, d10, 2d6.
d6. Okay, I'm going
Well,
to the dice roller.
It wouldn't be arcane languages, so technically it would be 2d12, a d10, and 1d6. Unless it's an arcane language, then it's 2d6. So,
Okay, so it's 2d12, a
Mhm.
d10, and a d6.
1d6, yeah. Okay.
Close enough. I
So how did
still
you
won.
do? How'd
No,
you do?
because you're one short. So if you have any, I would recommend maybe adding one of those dice to your.
Yeah,
your-
you get a PowerPoint every session, so you have at least one PowerPoint.
Okay, I'll use that said PowerPoint. And which dice am I? Would I reroll?
Well, it
You
sounds
think
like you
GOP?
only need one, so any
So what
dice.
So pick one of the d12s because they both landed on a 2.
You don't re-roll
No, you're not
it.
re-rolling. You're just adding. You're not rerolling.
You're adding it, yeah.
Adding it.
And a 12 effect. So nice. You get exactly what you need, precisely what you need, and it has a D12 kicker, which doesn't really matter in this situation, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Yes, you know they all have this pendant around their neck. You can see it very prominently here on Callisto, the one who identified herself as Callisto. You know that this little gem on their chest, this little pendant, this is the Order of Titania.
Oh, so she's causing us more problems then.
Are you surprised?
Do all elves have massive knockers?
The internet said so.
Okay.
I had to hit Chester with that one.
Do you convey this information to us?
Oh yes.
Well, convey.
Okay. God damn it! My short-term memory loss is kicking in from that fall. So GOP, that necklace she got, so she's part of this group of people.
The Order of Titania.
The Order of Titania.
Mhm.
Which, do I know anything else about them? Like,
Oh,
I would
that
assume
was-
I would.
Yes,
Yes.
that's Oberon's one of his wives. She is the queen of the summer court. I kind of laid it out for them. I'll do it real quick for you, Tower. Here in the Fairylands, the Ishi, the leader of the Ishi is Oberon, and he's truly, truly ancient. Matter of fact, his origins are not really known, even to you at your level. But there are 4 courts. You have the summer, spring, winter, and fall courts, right? And each of them has a queen in charge of it. They are the boss, unless Oberon is in situ, unless he's there. They're
So
all his wives.
you're telling me if GOP can sweet talk and get a contact of all 4 Infinity Wives,
Mhm.
Oberon will become our man?
I
Not
don't
like
know
a-
that he would care. She was
Yeah.
literally getting sexed up on right in front of him, and he didn't even blink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I look over at her and go, we already
We're going
passed your
Yeah.
your master's test. But I maybe have a suggestion for us. If you don't trust the lady here, understandable. Why don't you travel with us? If we do anything you don't like, you can always turn on us. But I think we can, at the very least, let us do our mission first, and then if you want to have an issue afterwards, But we invite you to travel with us. Can I do a persuasion roll?
Give us? No, it wouldn't matter. In this case, it wouldn't matter at all. They have ultimate loyalty, dude. There's no way to get around it. She says, the demon, the demon, or we fight, basically.
Well, I mean, I don't want to have to fight, but we kind of have a job to do. So
She
this is
looks
kind of
over.
unfortunate.
She looks around the other elves that are around you, and boom, combat.
Okay, here we go.
I got
We're in
last.
combat now?
Okay.
Shit.
So I'm going to run this a little different. I haven't done this yet, but I thought it'd be fun to give it a try because I've been bouncing between lieutenant fights and minion fights.
Yeah.
In this one, I'm going to run both. So you have the 4 others are being run as minions, and Callisto herself is being run as lieutenant. You see the information I put on the screen for them. So we'll see. It shouldn't be that hard, but I'm going to give it a try. So I think, lady, your character's initiative is 18, right?
Correct.
Yes. So you and the minions are going at the same time, finally, right?
Okay.
But she is a 30. No, excuse me, a 28. So I think she's going after everybody else. I know GOP is certainly the quickest. How about your character, Tower?
Huh?
What is your initiative, Tower?
Oh, my initiative is the same as GOP's.
Yours is 32. Mine got upgraded to 34. So
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. The mine's 32. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's all
so
good.
well, no, hers would be a 30 because the Queen's blessing would override it. So she's a 30. Doesn't matter. I'm still going after you guys.
Well,
Tower is first. Excuse me, GOP's first, then Tower, then me, and then Lady and the minions go together. GOP. Um, these elves are moving quick into combat. There's no umming and awing. They're
All
just
right.
going
No,
to
I'm
kill
gonna
you,
not.
right? So
Okay. Cool. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so I'm going to do my combat guns, and so that's a D10, 2D8, 2D6 on Callisto.
you're
Take
going
the
after Callisto herself. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. All right, so D10, 2D8, and a D6. Oh no, D10,
really
2D8.
quick, Chester, I like the format, the imaging you used for that. I do appreciate that. It looks very
Oh,
good.
wonderful! I'm
But
gonna definitely
the morphing and
re-roll.
transition stuff, yeah, I like it
there's
too.
there's no way. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you roll against that, and then I'm gonna end up probably having to re-roll it because that was horrible.
Okay. So Callisto is going to roll a defense. So that'd be her 10 physical, her Queen's Blessing, and her Demonian. So that's a 2d10 and a d8. So let me go ahead and do that. You don't know. I mean, this is not a radically difficult fight. It's just a mixed fight. I wanted to give it a try.
Now that
So
we know that,
yeah.
oh sorry,
So yeah, you're giving me nice stuff though.
I
You
am
you
at
are my
2-1.
friend.
Right? Just not in the way I'd like. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll because I'm gonna challenge that because there's no way.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
figured. Yeah, so no PowerPoint for you. Go ahead.
Right. All right. So re-roll because that was horrible.
Much better.
Oh, okay.
That's an 18.
18 with a D8 effect.
Yep.
And I had to do at least a D8 to hit her, right? Or no, she doesn't have armor.
No, she doesn't have armor, but she does have something else. We'll see how it works. I rolled what is that? A 14. So you do hit her. She picks up a stress of 8. Very nice. So it worked out. No PowerPoint
And
for
I'm
you.
gonna, yeah, I'm going to try and duck behind a tree if I can. It doesn't really matter much, but
Well, cinematically it does.
yeah.
You're in combat. So
Mhm.
you take your guns, you crack off some shots at Callisto, you catch her in her shoulder. She winces, and Tower, the great
Okay,
Tacitus Underwood,
great
is
test.
engaging in combat.
Okay, so GOP. One question, just because because I'd assume all the minions are standing together, right?
No, of
They
course
are.
they're not. They're moving around.
Oh,
But
oh yeah.
if you
Well,
attack, your choice is very simple. You either attack Callisto or you attack the minions. There's two
legends.
targets in essence, right? Because minions work like that, right?
Okay. I'll fuck. She has a D8, so I'll try to hopefully cripple the shit out of her before she destroys Lady. No offense,
What are
Lady.
you coming after me for?
Because we know how these go. All right.
Okay.
So I guess
Okay, so I'm going to do Fire Blast 3d12, 2d10, and 1d6.
Yeah.
drop the D6 down to a D4 so you can get that point.
Oh, yep. I got you.
And you're also getting an extra D8 because she's already got damage
Yep.
on her.
She's got 8 stress on her, yeah.
There. I'm going to
So
pull up the.
3D12,
He is such a cannon,
2D10.
dude.
I know. You know what? You have me build characters. This is what I do.
Oh, no, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
3d12, d10, d8, and a d4.
3D12, 2D10. She has a D8 damage, and a D4 will get you your skill point back.
Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Jeez.
even. I'll roll just for
Oh my god.
PowerPoint point. Oh, she rolled well though. That's not a bad roll.
You still
Uh,
got
so
one.
this is a 15. You're without any PowerPoints, which why waste them? You have a 22. That would be you get a hero dice for that, and her hero dice is a D10.
Fuck yeah.
And you hit her, and you're going to put a D12 stress on her, so that definitely ups it. So she go ahead and describe it. She's not out, but you put some hurting on her.
Okay. A D10 hero dice, right?
Add that
Yeah,
to
you
your
get a D10 hero dice. Yeah.
hero dice.
And I get a PowerPoint. Okay. Cool. I'm sorry, I'm writing down my stuff.
Well, the
Cool.
PowerPoint you would have got from the D4 was spent in the roll. Like, so it was just 1 for 1. You had to drop it down to a D4 to get the
Oh.
point back, because it normally costs you a point to use your magic.
Right.
Oh, I got you. That's
Yeah.
I forgot we built it so she recycles. Okay, so I put my hands together like Naruto or Goku style, and I say, I cast fireball.
Okay.
Shoot a giant fireball directly at her head, singeing the hair from her head and cracking off one of them horns. I tell you what.
No, she definitely looks like a Tex Avery character now. But I do believe the correct terminology for the spell, spells need words, so the correct wording would be Kamehameha. I think you got it a little wrong. You mispronounced.
I pronounce it the American way.
Oh, fair. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine, yeah. Don't need the Japanese translations. But you put a hurting on her. A D12 stress is on it. She definitely felt that, and it's her turn. And this is the only kicker she has, so I'm going to spend a PowerPoint, which I do have. And
Lady, I tried to tell you best I could.
And let's see, who should I put this on? Well, you. Obviously, you're the one who just blasted her. So she puts the bleed effect on you. There's no dice rolls. It just happens. And what that does is every round, I am going to make you have to make a defense against me. If I succeed, she can reduce a stress, and you take damage. So let's see how this works. So that's a 3d10. So I'm going to roll first here. Okay, I have an 18.
Oh.
So make it a defense roll.
Well, son of a bitch. Okay.
See how neat it is? You could just create any kind of interesting things you want. GOP, just put mechanics to it. It's neat.
Okay. 4d8.
Okay.
That's simple enough. I'm
Yep.
fucked.
Not necessarily. I did roll well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm fucked.
You can't actually. I don't think he can actually beat you, right? Because you 18. So
He has PowerPoints. He has hero dice.
yeah, he would have to spend.
Oh,
power.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that D10 hero dice.
Well, no, you don't got to do anything. You're
No,
going
no,
to roll
roll
your
first.
48 first. Okay. So, all right. So we got a 14. I got an 18. And in this situation, rerolls are coming from. Well, anyway. So you got a 14. Can it, since it's my effect? Can he cause a reroll?
We were able to do that before.
Yeah, so I guess you can. Yeah. All right. So you fail. So you have a choice. You can spend power points to add a dice, and you would win, or you can just take your reroll, because I did roll really well.
Well, can I use a hero dice? Would that per se work?
Maybe
you don't need to.
You don't need to. Maybe.
Okay, I'll just do the reroll.
Yeah,
then,
I think
and then
use all your options, unless you're really desperate for that PowerPoint. But you have
I
to
got
use a
you.
PowerPoint to use the hero dice anyway. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna reroll my 4d8, and you have to reroll also.
Yep.
Son of a bitch!
Wow, that's really bad.
Okay, let's see here. So I get 2d8, which I'll just make that a d10, just for joys. Or maybe I should take. You know what? I'm going to bounce both these up to d12s. That's what I'm going to do. So just so you guys know, I have two 12-siders on the board. Because you would
Great.
be able to see my Doom Pool. You would be able to see. Just so you know, I have 2 12-siders, an 8-sider, and 3 6-siders. So that's what the Doom Pool looks like right now. Right? So I got
All
3
right, now-
PowerPoints. I got, and then other things I could do if I wanted. All
Now-
right. So I see. I win. Okay. Now, wow. Yeah.
You can spend a hero dice now.
Yeah.
I would probably recommend adding it to your total. So he's got 9, and it would just be a D4 effect. But I mean, the effect isn't really what matters. He has to just beat out your.
Yeah, I got a 12, so you have to somehow get over that. Those 2 1s are completely out of play. So the only way to do it
hero
now
dice.
would be to use a hero dice, but you have to spend a PowerPoint to do that. Just keep that in mind.
How many PowerPoints do you have on hand? Tower.
Huh?
How many PowerPoints do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
Okay. You can afford to spend one if you want to. It's up to you, but I would probably recommend it because she's going to get dropped down by 1 thing of damage.
Yeah, no, her stress will go down to 10. Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
stress will go up to
And
a
this-
D4 then?
No, his will go to a 10. A 10.
Oh, it automatically bumps up all the way to 10?
No, the damage on him is 10. And therefore, next
Oh,
round
yeah.
it would bump to 12, and then I can't kill him with it. I can't kill with this. But then again, I could, because I do get stress in my roll, so it's possible. But who knows? But this is more about her. She's leeching life force from you, is what she's doing.
Okay, I would recommend you spending a PowerPoint personally. If
roll
I
the
was in
hero
your
dice.
shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the PowerPoint.
Okay, so roll one of your hero dice, please.
I'm gonna roll that 10-sider. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Nice. Very
Um,
nice. All right.
You have 2 more
Fuck,
points.
dude.
I wouldn't spend both of them, but if you want to spend one more,
Fucking shit.
well, it's up to you.
How
I
many hero
mean-
dice do you have?
He has 2 left.
I see.
Oh, fucking shit. Fuck. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm hurting mentally and physically now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have this happen to you right off the bat. It wouldn't be good.
God damn it.
Yeah, spend a PowerPoint,
missed
roll the
it.
hero dice, get on with it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Where's fuck? Because I have the list. I was looking for the other 2 hero dice.
Yeah, I don't know what you have on
Yeah,
you.
I don't understand looking for. You should have a little cheat sheet right in front of you that is easy to look at. A piece of paper
Yeah,
that you've written
not
on,
that.
that's in front of your
I'm-
person.
I can't write very well right now. My writing hand's out of commission.
Well, you use your left. Sometimes you need the mistress.
Mm.
Oh shit. Okay. I got a D12.
GLP,
Okay.
there's ladies present.
Oh, I'm sorry. The stranger.
Yeah, it feels weirder when you do it with the other hand, lady. That's what they're interfering with. Just so you know.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, what are you talking
The
about? I'm
word
talking about
is
writing.
inferring, not interfering. Inferring. My God, drugs. All right.
Okay,
All right.
that's
so,
better.
all right. Now,
That'll do it.
That'll do. So you're able to slave off the effect of her spell upon you, being a wizard. You anti-wizard her. You counterspeller. So it
It
has
only
no effect.
fucking took 5 tries.
Only, yeah. And now I have her attack, because that was just her special effect. She also has an attack.
God damn it. She attacked too?
Of
Yep.
course. Well, all I can do is put it on you. So that's 2d10 and a d8.
And my defense is
You broke her
4d8.
horn, dude. You broke her horn.
Oh,
Okay.
and she's a bald
You do
bitch.
get a PowerPoint, though. You know what? No, you don't. Well, maybe you don't.
Reroll it.
I'm
All right.
re-rolling it.
I was gonna say that, and she's now a bald bitch. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you. So that's 17, sir. With and you did succeed, so I don't get any stress dice for you. So you don't get that. You don't get that power point either. I do burn 2 power points to
So
do that.
I'm rolling my defense, which should be 4d8.
Which you're not going to be able to hit.
What the fuck?
More power points for me though. Joys. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to beat it. Basically, she comes in and she jukes and jives, and she kind of spins around, and a knife cuts into your right side of your ribs, and you
Ooh.
deeply, and you take a D10 stress.
All right.
I may have a D10 stress, but I don't have a fucked up ass horn.
No, you don't. That is true. So, lady, you and the minions are going in identically the same time, but we'll let you go first.
Okay, I'm going to hinder my social.
Yeah.
I can drop
Wait.
it down. How many?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like, I'm going to hand her my social security card. I had to take a double take. Like, what?
I'm sorry.
Because I've never done a hinder before. Because I'm going to boost the.
Yeah. So you're gaining a PowerPoint. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that drops that to 6, right?
No, a 4.
That'll bring.
4.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
4.
drops to 4.
4. Okay.
So you pick up a
I'm going,
PowerPoint. Okay. Now what are you doing?
right. Going to kinetically grab one of those guys and chunk him into her.
So
See what kind of damage I can do.
Okay. Well, this round you can grab one, and then next round you
Okay.
can use them as an attack. Yeah.
All right.
But definitely not a bad idea. So go ahead and make your grappling attack against the minions here.
Dedication 8. So 1, 2, 3. See if there's anything else. That's kinetic hold. I'm only finding 3 dice. Okay.
You should have at
Oh
least.
no, well we got kinetics is D4.
Jeez.
Of course he's got more dice than I do.
Yeah, I would
Minions are always
first-
harder in the beginning than after. That's true.
First of
Oh
all,
my
one of your
God.
dice should be a 4 if you're using a hinder. And
Yeah, but that hinder it doesn't have anything to do with my kinetics, so.
yeah, if you're using hinder on a roll.
Oh, really? Okay, see, I'm even using it wrong.
Okay, so basically what you want to do, hinder should be for your
distinction.
What is it? Yeah, for your distinction. So whatever your distinction dice for this roll would be normally, you're gonna drop it. So like whatever's more your arcane one, whatever the thing you mainly use for your for your thing.
Been dropped to 4 then. Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be dropped to a 4. You're gonna have your mental ability.
2 10s and 4.
Okay.
2 10s of 4 and your whatever dice for your telekinetics.
Yes. So
Whatever.
That is a 10.
There should be 4 dice. And I don't know that you wanted to reduce your arcane ability like that, because that's the entire scene, lady. There's a reason why no one's used that hinder ability. Because it is the entire scene. But whatever. So it looks to me like you need 2d10, a d4, and a d8. So roll again.
I would recommend, since Lady did not know that was I don't think Lady knew the proper usage of it. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you didn't even roll it anyways.
In this situation at all. I don't think that's a desperation move. That's what that is.
Okay, so that's going to be
don't
2 10s and 8. Then
3d10 and an 8. Go ahead and roll.
3d10 and an 8.
You can do it, lady. You can do it all night long.
Oh, wow. Rob Schneider should never be associated with sexy. No one's, but I'm absolutely obliterating you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's 12 with the D10 effect.
Yep. Yeah.
And she got. Well,
5, 6, 7.
so that
I'm
was the
sorry,
first roll,
Chester.
technically. I would say re-roll.
I just tried to grab a hold of somebody. So
Yeah.
I didn't get a hold of them.
That's okay. Re-roll. Roll again. No PowerPoint for you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, Chester. I just finished watching The Longest Yard.
Which
Good
one?
with
The
Adam
good one
Sandler.
or the dumb one?
Oh
Which
my
one?
god.
There's
I guess we're gonna die. TPK tonight.
I
Yeah.
can't,
So.
more than
bro.
one.
I
Shit.
believe so. Yeah.
Chester, there's more than one Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are. Yes. I win.
Yes.
Okay. So no PowerPoint for you. I get a 10-sider, which is always nice, and it is my turn to act. These happen simultaneously anyway. The minions are not necessarily interested in you directly, so we'll make a roll. So let's see here. Let's use an 8-sider. 1, 2 for GOP, 3, 4 for Tower, 5, 6 for Lady, and 7, 8 for Lady. Lady Lilith. Now that we know her name.
Oh, now that we know that she's super powerful, she's not gonna help us in the fight.
Oh, I'm about to use her. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's late, and then it makes sense. The person they're after, right?
Mhm.
They're going after the person they're after, and they're going to make an attack on her. So let me just. It's the same dice. So this is their attack.
Chester's about to hit this bitch with the glizzy.
And then do I even should I roll? How should I do that? Yeah, I guess she just defend herself, and then because she's been standing back, I'm going to go with her in a minute. So she just simply do the defense. So let me do that.
What? She's seeing me and Lady get our asses kicked, and she just does a simple defense.
Ooh. Now you're rolling ones.
Now I'm rolling ones, but
Uh-huh.
that's still a 13, and they have higher. That's a 14. So I will.
How does this work?
No,
Do
no,
you
that's okay.
spend
I'm going to spend my PowerPoint to add a die, and I get over it. I defend. So I just burn a PowerPoint. I just assume it's the same. There's no reason to be weird about it. But then it's her turn, and she doesn't give a shit about the minions whatsoever. She just you see Lilith move with ridiculous celerity across the battlefield. She was standing there all demure as usual, and she just like almost teleporting. You could see a blur. She's standing behind Callisto, has Callisto's one unbroken horn in one hand, has her other hand on the shoulder. She's bent her neck over sideways, and her teeth grow about 4 inches as her maw just opens super wide. She's not pretty now. And she just takes a chunk out of her neck. Well, I'm assuming she does. So that was the defense. I think I need to add. No, that's
a
the.
D12? Because
Uh,
she had a D12 damage on her?
oh, that's
She
true.
just snapped this bitch's neck, pretty much.
Yeah,
Is that
pretty
what you
much.
narrated?
Yes.
The fuck? I like this girl.
Hey, you won't like it if she turns on you, though. That's a good roll.
It is a good roll.
Honestly, I don't. I'm not
Um,
sure about that too, because at least you'd kill me instantly.
and
You think?
she gets that in defense. So
20 with a D12 kicker. All right.
and she's already sitting on a D10 stress, right?
She was on a D12
A
stress.
D12 stress. That's right. Not enough. Not enough. So she goes. She puts her in that position. She has her teeth out. She bites literally her head from her body. So she bites right all the way through the neck, and she kind of picks the head up as she does and spits out the chunk of spine stuck in her teeth. And she holds it up and looks into the face for those last couple of seconds that Callisto's mind works, and then she tosses it. GOP.
Oh, it's very Mortal Kombat of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna blast the Fey guys.
Yeah.
That's who's left in the fight. So
That's who's left in the fight. Yeah.
all right. So let me
Although I'm
roll
going to
my.
make I should make a moral check on them, but not until their turn. So go ahead.
Okay, D10, 2D8, and 2D6. Why does that keep popping up? D10, 2D8s, and 2D6. Oh, okay, sure, that's 8 with a D10 effect, and you get 2 more ones.
Well, the good thing is you guys keep giving me stuff, but I use them, so you know.
That, well, yeah, no, that's great for us.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
just
well.
going a big boss battle, and Chester's like, "I'm about to fuck this man's whole career."
Well,
Something like
minions are way harder when you're first hitting them, right? As you damage them, they become much softer.
Ooh, you rolled 2 ones as well.
You get 2 power points from me, and my I have a 14, so I have defended, but of course I'm sure you're going to re-roll.
Yeah, I have to.
You do get 2 power points though. You don't get a power point, the Honto power point though. You don't get that.
Yeah, that's okay. I can live with that.
Did I just speak Japanese? God damn it.
It's all right.
Speaking
Must we
again, I didn't
correct your
understand what you
English?
said.
That's fine.
Rerolling.
Say it again in Japanese. Say reroll in Japanese, Chester.
No, I didn't say. I said honto, which means really.
12 and a D10 effect. Not good, but oh well.
Chester,
Nope.
my side question: does your family speak English or Japanese primarily?
Japanese hours.
Japanese, of course. But when they're around me, I insist on English since they were little.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So, like, in the home life, it's English, but everywhere else is Japanese.
I duck back behind my tree.
And they
That makes
are therefore fluent in both languages. So I
See,
win.
that's
I think I win. You did pick up a
Yeah.
PowerPoint for me, though. Don't forget that. Oh goodness. Tower. You have these. I will make a morale roll here shortly, but it's not my turn yet.
Nuke 'em.
Tower. You got these 4 little elves hopping around you.
Nuke 'em, tower.
Oh, they're little. I'll be like, it's just how little. Be like, if only had ability to step on these fuckers like bugs.
Elves
you-
yeah, that's a difference. The
I think he
few
meant.
no, I
3d12,
did mean little.
Oh.
3d12,
Um,
3d10.
the Ishi, the pure elite, pure-blooded Ishi, are actually very tall. Oberon is taller than anybody here, right? But the minor Ishi, or these fawns, these kind of horned guys, they are pretty short. Not like 3 foot,
Yeah.
but like low
Did
5
I-
foot, 5 foot something,
Was
somewhere.
Tommy short?
Tommy was like about 5'6", yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, GOP, I feel like I misread. 3d12, 2d8, and a d4.
3D12, 2D10s,
2d10s. Fuck,
and
my
a
bad.
D4. And I would recommend using your fireball group attack, so you get to do an extra dice of damage.
Yeah, so just
Okay.
you need to use PowerPoint for that though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm gonna use that PowerPoint that I got.
So you're spending 2 and you're getting 1 back. So really you're negative 1. Basically you lose 1 at the end of this, at the end of your roll.
Yeah, I know.
And we already agreed from before that area effect spells up the stress, right? So
They
it doubles. In
basically
this case, it doubles it. So if you're
doubles it.
successful, that 2 of the minion dice will go away. Is the way
Yeah.
we agreed on that before. So
Okay. Now,
remember-
to do this area of effect, which dice do I add to this roll, GOB, Chester?
You're
Nothing.
not going to add any additional dice. You're just, when you do it, if you succeed on it, then instead of knocking down one of their numbers, you're going to knock down 2 of them.
Okay.
That is a really freaking good roll. Wow.
It's only minions.
that's a
23
really good roll. I'm not going to be able to beat that.
with a D12. Oh my god. Well, you get 1 PowerPoint.
Are hero dice or
So,
PowerPoint?
well, you get a
No, you-
PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, you should get hero
and
dice
you get hero
too.
dice as well. So let's see here. I have a
Two of them.
12. You have a 23. You get two 8-sided hero dice. Two.
And a PowerPoint.
And a
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
2D. Well,
Yeah.
that PowerPoint level is off, so it
You're equal to what you were before you rolled.
yeah, that
Not
works
bad,
out
though.
perfect.
That was really good.
He literally he puts out this wave of fire around him, and two of them, literally cinder in front of you, is screaming. The other two, they're caught off guard because Lilith literally bit the head of their leader off, right? And Callisto is a known figure. Now, you guys really aren't deep into the lore of the elves, although Underwood would have a little more understand. She is an actual named person in their world. She's honored and laureled. So for them, that's a big deal, right? You notice her horns are bigger than the others.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Not
lady,
only are her horns bigger than the other, but her boobs are too.
yes, they are. Mhm.
Okay. It's yeah.
I had to
Let's
make
try
a
this.
rep.
Good
Gonna
job.
grab another one. Gonna try to grab one.
Didn't you
Oh.
up it with experience and you can just punch now?
Yes.
So just
So
hit
I
him.
punch.
Just go, frickin' Akira on it,
Let me find my cheat sheet.
Oh,
Okay.
they are like singed the fuck up though, right?
Yeah, they're
They
still
are, yeah.
standing though.
1, 2.
The two are still standing.
Yeah, the
I
minions
killed
work a
one of
little
them?
bit different. That's why we put that caveat in. And it's fine, that as you play a game, there's always home rules pop up. There's no game I've ever seen that's perfect. GOP.
Yeah, that's true. So you actually rolled pretty well.
You did. Yeah, let me go ahead and roll. So I get 2d8, a 3d8 with a celerity, and the 10.
So 17 versus.
Lady,
Oh,
you get
and
a PowerPoint. And I have a 13. You win. Okay, so that drops down. So, lady, you take out one of the minions. Describe it.
Well, I was just grabbing hold of them, and somehow their neck broke. Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Wow.
Let's just
Okay.
grab hold of them. I actually know what she was punching. She punched him straight in the chest, and as her head snapped back to the tree, the horn got stuck in the tree.
Oh, so sad. So sad.
How
Poor goat
sad.
people. But all right, which would bring me to my turn. And on my turn, the one that's left, we'll say it's the dude at the top here. He puts his hands up, goes down on one knee, and he says that uncle. This guy right here. He says uncle.
He is kind of cute.
I wasn't aware they were familiar with the universal law of uncle out here.
Hey,
But,
now.